Hi there, I'm Dr. Rihani. I am a holistic veterinarian located in Vancouver, Canada, and my practice is called Vital Beings Holistic Veterinary Practice. In this course, we'll be talking about natural first aid, and the wonderful thing is you can use this information for your animal companions, your dogs, cats, horses, guinea pigs, rabbits, whatever little furry friend you have, but you can also use the information for yourself, your human self, and your human family. I'm one of the few veterinarians that is actually certified to treat people in North America. Let's talk about the benefits of natural medicine. The great thing about natural medicine is that it stimulates the body's own healing ability. Unlike conventional medicine, it's not just covering up the symptoms with a band-aid of drugs, but it's actually stimulating the body to heal. It is safe, gentle, and extremely effective. There are no toxic side effects, as there are with drugs and medications and pharmaceuticals. It works by helping to rebalance the body and make the body stronger. Homeopathic remedies are made from things in nature, such as flowers, plants, minerals, and animal products. It is accessible. The great thing I love about the homeopathic medicine is you can take it with you. So if you're hiking in the forest with your dog, Rover, and Rover gets injured, let's say he sprains his leg, or you hurt yourself, or your dog gets stung by a bug and has an allergic reaction, and let's say it's a long walk back to the car because you've hiked and you're in the middle of nowhere. That's a problem. Now you've got to get back to the car with your Great Dane that weighs 150 pounds, even more than you do. And how are you going to do that if it's sprained its leg or it's had a very bad allergic reaction? Might take a little while to get some help. So now, thanks to this course, you have medical help in your pocket, and those are your homeopathic remedies. The remedies will work to decrease the pain, decrease the severity of the injury, reduce the swelling if there's a bug bite or a strain or sprain, and actually begin the healing process. So that's the great thing. Oftentimes when you're using homeopathic remedies, there can be such a drastic change from the remedies that the dog, Rover, maybe, who had sprained his leg and couldn't walk properly, he will be able to walk to the car, and the damage will be much less than if he had used it without the homeopathic remedy. So these are what the remedies look like. They come in different companies. The most common ones here in Canada are Boiron, as well as one called Homeocan. In Europe, there's different pharmacies that make them. They're all about the same shape, and you can see they look a bit like a lipstick container. The little part at the top that says Boiron, for example, here, that is the cap, and you actually have to turn the vial. Let's use this one because it's easier to see. You have to actually turn the vial upside down and twist this little cap, and that will allow one pellet to dispense into the top of the vial. So that's how you get it out. I've seen people try and rip the container apart because they can't figure out how to get the remedies out. So just keep that in mind. All right, so you're going to take this guy, turn him upside down, twist this cap counterclockwise, and that will allow one pellet per turn to come into the lid. Homeopathic remedies are small, as you can see, and they fit easily into a pocket, a purse, or a wallet. It's a good idea to take 6 or 8 of the most needed ones with you on hikes or camping trips, so you've got them. Let's go over some basics. So 1 dose of a homeopathic remedy is 2 standard size pellets. They're about the size of peppercorns. Take about 10 to 15 minutes away from anything else in the mouth, if possible. Let the pellets dissolve under the tongue. So that would be for a human. For an animal, you can just pop them into the gums or mouth area and they will dissolve eventually. The rule about taking it away from food that we talked about here, that's great if it's possible, but in an emergency, it doesn't matter. Just give the remedy. Even if you just gave Rover a treat and now he has been stung by a bee, don't wait 10 minutes. Give the remedy. You might just have to repeat it more often, and that's fine. Okay? For pets, if possible, crush the pellets and pour it into the gum area or the teeth-mouth area. Add a small amount of water if necessary. Again, that's if you can. But if you're in the middle of the forest and you don't have an ability to crush the pellets, they'll still work. Just put them into Rover's mouth. And they don't actually need to be swallowed to work. They actually work better if they're kind of in the mouth area. So you just can lift up the lip of Rover and toss them in there. So low potencies such as 6x are called decimal potencies. In some areas they're known as 6DH. Higher potencies such as 6C are centesimal potencies, and that means they're diluted 1 in 100. In some areas they're known as a CH, centesimal, okay? So the highest potencies, the M potencies, are millisimal, and they're diluted 1 in 1,000. In some areas they're known as K potencies. So again, the remedies do not need to be swallowed. You want to store them away from heat, electronics, light, and humidity. And store them away from essential oils, including tea tree oil, mint, eucalyptus, camphor, and menthol. Avoid using the above, the menthol, camphor, eucalyptus, mint, tea tree oil, while you are using homeopathic remedies because they can actually antidote the remedies. I've had cases where a child has had a really great response to a homeopathic remedy, and then someone applied sort of that hot, cold muscle relaxant that has the menthol camphor to the child, and it antidoted the remedy. So for animals, if you are slathering yourself with menthol, camphor, eucalyptus, and your animal is taking a homeopathic remedy for a while, it can actually antidote the remedy. So keep that in mind. Now we have to go over some legal stuff, so I'd like you to just have a quick read of this, please. Every circumstance is unique. I'm not there with you, so only you can determine what's in the best interest of your pets or loved ones and whether to use this information or whether it's better to seek professional help right away. Only you can decide if the condition needs medical attention by a veterinarian or another medical professional, or if it is safe to treat it at home on your own. In some cases, you may want to start with the remedies. For example, if you're hiking in the middle of the forest and your dog has an allergic reaction, give the remedies and then get the animal to a veterinarian or another medical professional as soon as possible. Okay, so you can often use the remedies on the way to getting help. And they can make a difference in life and death, so it's great to have them. They are very powerful, but again, you do have to use your common sense. The information is for first aid situations where medical attention is not immediately available, and it in no way replaces medical care by a professional. All right, so again, please use your common sense. I'm giving you this information to empower you, but ultimately you are responsible for the decisions that you make. Conditions that do not respond, of course, or are serious should be treated right away without delay. And by continuing this course, you agree that you understand this disclaimer and also agree not to hold myself, Udemy, or any person associated with this course liable or responsible for your actions or decisions and any outcomes associated with those actions or decisions or outcomes with the use of this information in any way, shape, or form. All right, so now let's talk a little bit, now that we have the legal jargon out of the way, let's talk about how we can treat nosebleeds at home. So this can happen for a few reasons. In animals, it can be from foreign bodies, and maybe there's a piece of grass stuck up in the nose, or they've gotten a little, what's it called, a little barb up there, you know, if they were sniffing in the bushes and stuff. It can also be from trauma. If your animal got hurt by something, it can cause a nosebleed. Unfortunately, it can also be from tumors. All right, so if the animal's not responding to the remedies, you do need to have the animal checked to make sure that there's not a growth inside the nasal cavity. Because of that, it should be examined by a medical professional. If the patient is fearful or anxious during the nosebleed, the remedy that you're going to give is called aconite nipalis. Now, all of these remedies in this course will be discussed in detail, but not every lecture will discuss the remedy in detail. Otherwise, we would have a lot of redundancy and the course would take hours and hours and hours. So in this time, I'm going to mention the remedy, and in another lecture, we'll go into detail about the remedy. So you're going to give a dose of 30 or 200 C every 5 to 15 minutes for 3 to 4 doses until the bleeding stops. If the patient has a nosebleed after a trauma or injury to the face, for example, a broken nose, a baseball to the nose, a bite to the nose, then the remedy you're going to look at is Arnica montana, a dose of 200 or 1 m every 5 to 15 minutes for 3 to 4 doses. If the nosebleed does not respond to arnica and the blood is bright red, then the remedy, the homeopathic remedy you're going to give, is called phosphorus, a dose of 30 every 5 to 15 minutes for 3 to 4 doses. All right, so that was pretty quick about the nosebleeds, and as I mentioned, we will talk in more detail about those specific remedies. However, if you do have questions related to the course material, please do post it. In the next little section, I'll show you how to do that. The great thing about posting the question is that other students can also see the answers and benefit from your question. I do encourage you to post any questions about anything in the course because I want to be sure that you understand the material and you and your loved ones can benefit the best from this course. So please do post the questions in the discussion area rather than message me directly, because if you message me, nobody else can see the question and nobody else can benefit. All right, so we're going to move on to the next section. And this little handsome guy who's curled up on the patio is my guy Brucey, who you'll see a lot through the videos and the lectures. Here we're going to go through quickly how to make the most out of your Udemy course and how to get around your dashboard. So here we can see the main dashboard, and you will have overview, course content, that'll show you all the lectures as far as how far you've gotten in the course. The question and answer tab is important. That's where if you have questions for the course, please add them here, and that way all the students can see the answers. Before you post a question, just have a quick search and make sure that question hasn't already been posted. You can bookmark your area, and you can see any announcements that I set up, which is nice. So if there's changes to the course or I've added new things, you can have a look there. Under options, if you click daily discussion emails and lecture ready emails, then you'll get an email when there's a change to the course or if there's a discussion regarding the course. So those are nice to have checked. On your dashboard, yours will be a little bit different than mine because this is the instructor dashboard. You'll also see a little area here that will say review. Now, Udemy will prompt you for a review quite early in the course. I would ask that you please leave a review after you've seen at least 50% of the course, because as we go, the course will build in content, and doing an early review may not reflect the course's quality. If you do like the course, I would please ask that you leave an honest review. The more reviews, the more opportunity this course has to find other people who also want help treating their animals naturally, so that would be great. My goal with this course is to reach as many people as possible and provide the information so that we can help more animals. All right, now there used to be a little area where you could take notes, and I don't see that here anymore, but it's not a bad idea to take notes. Of course, you can access the course 24/7 for the rest of your life, but it is nice to have your own notes, and of course you can download anything that I've put on there that is downloadable, such as this. All right, so if you have any questions about this, let me know, and we will continue on with the course.